Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, everybody. We have our first in-studio guests today. Here's our friend, our pal, Jax Mariash, and joining her is Pippo Rossi, here to talk about the G2G Ultra race they just finished, and it's absolutely insane. Jax, we want to congratulate her, finished in first place for the women's, and Pippa finished in 5th place, which is still a huge accomplishment. I mean, that's insane to finish in the top 5. And basically, this race is 170 miles in a desert. I get up from my computer desk and I'm winded. I can't do it. So how they ran 170 miles in a desert, I'm blown away. Guys, joining me on the couch, Jax Mariash and Pippo Rossi. Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning.
How's it
Congratulations, you two. Like,
Thank
seriously,
you.
that is amazing.
Thank you so much.
So let's just throw it off to whoever wants to go first. Why run 170 miles in a desert?
Why run 170 miles?
It's a good question. When you start once, then you have to repeat it. It's
right.
Like a drug.
Addiction.
Yeah. I mean, that's an insane addiction in my opinion, but hey, to each their own, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of sand this round.
And was this just in Arizona, or did it cover anywhere else?
It was the northern rim of the Grand Canyon,
Okay.
and then up through past Zion, and then ended at the south rim, I think, of Bryce.
Okay.
So, yeah, it just kind of trended up.
And then this race is over 7 days?
Yeah, 7 days have supported, and yeah, so you have to carry basically all you need for 1 week. It's kind of hard.
Kind of hard.
Just a little hard, guys. It's just a little difficult. How do you guys prepare for something like this?
Well, you need a lot of preparation. Maybe if you're used to run, not so much as other people would used to, but yeah, you need to train with your backpack for hours. So it's kind of, it's a sacrifice, hours and hours.
Yeah, lots of running with your pack. Strength training.
So you're actually running with the pack on your back?
Yeah. Yeah, the whole race.
You don't just have someone following you like Tour de France where there's segways on the desert. Like, don't worry, Jax, you need a water bottle, we got you.
No. So these races are self-supported stage races.
Okay.
So you literally are carrying everything you need to survive on your back. So it's like required gear that they're making you do, safety gear, food, which a minimum of 2,000 calories a day. Which I don't know what you ended up losing, but they did a weigh-in. I lost like 7 pounds.
You lost 7 pounds during this race.
Yeah, and I usually lose a little bit more. We'll see what I weigh tomorrow. Because there's a little bit of water weight, like you're retaining some. One guy lost 31, wet weigh-in. So literally it's all on your back, and you're suffering through the desert. It was 90-ish degrees, high altitude.
What was the altitude? Because, I mean, thinking me up being in Park City, you might be used to high altitude. Did you get above what we are here in Park City?
It ended at 8,100 feet, so we're both lucky. Pippo lives in Switzerland, so he has mountains to train in, but some people are coming from sea level, so that becomes another challenge for them.
Yeah, I remember I grew up in Tahoe, where we were at 6,200 feet or something. I remember we would do a marathon in June, and like could tell the people who are not used to elevation, they would just be dying like halfway into the race. So I mean, having that kind of advantage is huge.
It's hard.
Yeah.
And it was super dry. I mean, you're sleeping in tents. I think all of our mattress pads popped because of thorns. I mean, you're just dealing with a lot of adversity out there.
And
so the difficult stuff about this race is not just the distance, but it's also surviving, because once you get to the camp, you have to eat your own food. It's not too much, of course, because it's everything packed for 1 week. So you want to take a shower, you want to drink something fresh, but you can't. So it's also mental. It's a really mental challenge.
Yeah, I'm sure it's 50-50 mental and physical, because I'm sure there's some times where you're just like, do I really want to keep doing this?
It's hard.
And so you guys, we're going to camps for the rest of the night. Is it like a set schedule you guys have, or is it like, I can get up at 10 a.m. and finish, or is it strict like you're up at 4?
It's strict, no. So we have like a start in our in the morning. Everybody starts together, but then I mean the less you need to finish the stage, the more you can rest.
Yeah.
So it depends on you.
But literally they had like a horn alarm going at 6 a.m. You're like
way.
have to be out of the tents at 7:30.
And how many hours of sleep were you getting in the night? Was it like 3 to 4, or were you getting full rest? Just depends on when you finish?
No, it depends, because during the day you cannot really recover because it's really hot. Under the tent it gets really warm, and at night it gets cold. Then you sleep on a pad. Maybe you get 3 hours sleep a night.
Yeah, it's awful.
Now, a race is kind of, made to be like, hey, you're supposed to finish first. Is it very much for you guys like, no, I need to finish first to be successful, or is it just like, hey, I did it, I am proud of being able to finish this 170-mile race?
These are so competitive.
Okay.
I mean, there's 20 countries represented. There was 135 people. There was 29 people that didn't finish.
Wow.
Because it's so hard. But I think like a lot of it is you're representing your country in international races like this, and then you're trying to do the best that you can. Like Pippa getting top 5 is humongous.
Yeah, no, that's huge.
He was 2 ahead of me. And so like top 10 at a race like this is a really, really big deal. So I think really, to podium is icing on the cake, but I think male and female, if you're in that top 10%, that's a really, really big deal in an international stage race like this.
Totally. And does this kind of give you a head start in more races? Like, how is this just a single race? Like, I know that sometimes you'll do one race and that will qualify you for other races. Does that work this way with the G2G, or is it just a one-done event?
It depends. It depends on which races you want to race. Maybe this race gives you point for other races, but yeah.
So, it's a huge deal to have a top 5 finisher and then the women's first place right here. And we have some of your hardware on the table. I want to bring attention to this, because last time you had a belt buckle, and now you got another belt buckle right here. So Jax is just
everyone gets one of those.
You're just racking up the belt buckles.
Get to share them with the whole family.
Yeah, no, this is absolutely amazing. Again, I was saying, I get up from my computer desk and I'm like, can I really go to the bathroom, which is like 2 feet away, and for you guys to do 170 miles in 7 days?
But I think that is why we do it.
Yeah.
Is because we want to inspire you to get up and do something, and that's what's so cool about these races too, is like even grasping like the idea of what we just did is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like even on our drive here, I'm like just realizing how exhausted I am right now. And but what it helps to do is it's really inspiring people in your countries and internationally to get outside. And I think that's where it's like, Pippa is a huge beacon of inspiration back in Switzerland, and myself for the States and so on. And it's we're helping to get people to move their bodies. And when you do something this crazy, I think that's the effect that it has. So when we're experiencing this like crash and low right now, and we're famished and exhausted, I think what keeps us going is that at the same time there's this high socially or on social media, wherever, where people are so inspired in getting outside and getting after it because of what we've done.
Oh, and it's crazy because I've seen Tour de France people, and it's like, oh, that's insane. But I could never imagine doing a Tour de France. To have 2 ultra runners on the couch right here, and you guys be like, yeah, we just did it. It's like inspiring. It's really
and because it's human.
Yeah.
Because it stayed like on a human level. So we're like normal people.
Yeah.
We got out from here and we go around like as other people do.
Yeah.
Maybe a professional football player is seen like a god and is untouchable. But we are just normal because we want to be normal. We do sports, we do competition, but at the end of the story, what we want is, inspire other people to get out and to start running, to start moving, to start making their dreams real, because we did.
Well, you too. It's absolutely amazing to have you sitting on the couch. Jax, always good to see you.
Thank you.
Pippa, good to meet you, man. Congrats again for finishing top 5. And Jax, congratulations for winning the women's race. That is absolutely amazing, guys. I can't imagine how they do this. It's absolutely insane. It's mind-boggling. We have to take a break right now, but there's more Mountain Morning Show coming up after this commercial break.